What is this joke that I'm gonna write my signature with my mouse and then I tick the box that this is my signature? I was baffled. And that made me think that actually we need it.
Raido Saar, doing something revolutionary in the digital identity space. The Estonian ecosystem is so rich. We're sharing, bringing that experience to Europe, to the globe.
Millions of identities are hacked every day. Upcoming quantum computing. Today's identities will fall like flies.
Name the first moment that comes to your mind which actually shaped you into a completely different person and made you so passionate about bringing impact to this world.
I was 8 years in military intelligence. I have seen the other side. Think that digital identity is something everybody have, which is for free. It's like a human right. I wanted to have strong regulations so that it would be easier for me to do the job. I didn't care about that it will make life difficult for the people who are living in border zones. If you are a hammer, everything around you will be nails.
Looking at technology emerging, especially AI, I feel like a lot of people are feeling threatened and afraid.
The problem with digital identities globally is that everybody are doing it the wrong way. Having PIN codes is not good enough. Because you must be there, you must be alive, and you must be looking into your phone, and then only after that phone, actually our software says, yes, this is Raido, only after that I have privilege to enter the PIN code. And that makes it authentic. Without me, nothing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kapil Dhiman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Uranium. Welcome to Quantum Minds podcast. I'm joined by my amazing co-host Olivia Karlsson to interview another visionary today from Estonia, building for the world, Raido Saar. Raido, welcome to Quantum Minds.
Well, I'm very happy to be here.
So I would love for you to introduce yourself. You're doing something revolutionary in the digital identity space. And again, the Estonian ecosystem is so rich. You're sharing, bringing that experience to Europe, to the globe. But I don't think I'm going to do justice to what you're doing. So I'm going to invite you to share what you're doing, your journey so far.
All right. If you come from Estonia, Estonia is an interesting place that people think that digital identity is something everybody have, which is for free. It's like a human right. And then when Estonians need to sign some document with some friends from abroad, they discover that why they don't have digital identity like we are used to. And this is a surprise. One moment you have this harsh reality that this is like Estonia thing. Of course, we have it in Latvia, where we are at the moment. There is Lithuania, Finland, they have similar solutions, but in the end, if you go to like Southern Europe or across the world, then they discover that nothing real like in Estonia is not existent. So Estonia has digital identity since 2001, and that makes 24 years to get used to it. There is a full generation already grown up with digital identity and access to digital services and governmental services with digital identity. They take it as granted. And still, this is Estonia. And saying that, I was one of those who discarded one harsh moment when I started to sign one document with one UK company, and they sent me, I don't say the name, but very popular digital signing portal. I called back to the guy. I said, are you kidding me? What is this joke that I'm gonna write my signature with my mouse and then I tick the box that this is my signature? I was baffled. And that made me think that actually we need it. There is a problem that must be solved. And it took me to the road where we are now, where we have created solution, which is global, universal, for everyone who has biometric passport, can create Matter ID, and next moment they can sign documents with the first authentic digital signature in the world. So this is a long road to where you see the problem, and you have amazing team, and Estonia is the only place that can really, you can collect a team for digital identity creation, because such skills and experience is only here in Estonia. So this is how we came together to solve the global problems, and the problem is actually bigger. I would like to quote the founder of iProve, Andrew Budd, who starts his presentations and keynotes with the picture of Indian Ocean tsunami in 2004. And it's a very interesting picture running around the internet, where people are playing in the shallow waters, and there is behind them is a wall of water coming on them. And this is where we are today. Millions of identities are hacked every day. And with upcoming quantum computing, today's identities will fall like flies. This is the solution what you are solving in Coronium, and this is what we are solving from human perspective for the quantum era.
And what about just to touch a little bit more on your background? As you mentioned before, you encountered this situation where you're going to sign something and you didn't feel like it was legitimate enough. Did you encounter this multiple times with digital signatures making you feel a little bit insecure or uncertain in your previous career?
Yes, if we go back a little bit, then my background is actually I was 8 years in military intelligence. I have seen the other side of regulatory barrier, and I was in border intelligence, and I was next to Russian border, next to Latvian border, but mostly the most interesting part was with Russian border. And it was the time when we only started to establish the regulations of the border regulations, because after Estonia was freed from Soviet Union, when you are young and you are in border guard and or any environment which is developing, it's very easy to say that if you are a hammer, everything around you will be nails. So I know exactly the feeling from the regulatory perspective that I wanted to have stronger regulations so that it would be easier for me to do the job. I didn't care about that it will make life difficult for the people who are living in border zones. And I see this all the time with digital identity, with crypto regulations, that regulatory is going like a wave ahead. And people at the moment are, to be honest, a little bit suffering, but they are doing it for the people. Let's say that they are doing it right. So yes, my background has given me ability to see it from the other side as well. But now, and if coming back to your question about the digital signature, signature per se is, by definition, is confirmation of your consent. Handwritten signature is only possible if you have a hand. Take off the hand, no signature. Digital signature in Estonia was established in 2001, that there was enforced a law that digital signature is equal to handwritten signature in legal way. There comes the word legal way, compliant. If there is a law that says that something is compliant, it is compliant. But to be honest, if you have my ID card or my phone with my mobile ID, you have my PIN codes. You can be me. You can sign documents for me. And even so, it's much more better than those platforms which are allowing you to draw your signature and tick the box, because this is only the recipient of the email is the one who is signing the document. Nobody actually knows who is the person. In Estonian case, you are responsible for keeping your PIN codes safe. So if you give them to anybody else, you will be responsible. If somebody cleans you, it's your problem. There is no security. Nobody will cover your losses. So, and that comes with digital signature as well, because with digital signature or handwritten signature, I can sign all my assets to you. But if it wasn't me who signed those assets to you, that means that if you stole my PIN code, not good enough, I will be responsible. That was the reason we created Matter ID, that would have to have something which is similarly authentic, like your handwritten signature. Handwritten signature is as good as the paper you signed it on. No paper, no contract, no responsibility. So that, in that meaning, if we keep something in digital realm, in blockchain, for example, if something is signed into the blockchain, it will be there. I can be sure about it. It's better than paper. Now we have to solve the problem that what I signed is really authentic. It was done by me. And that's why in Matter ID we created a solution that enforcing, or we are establishing the authenticity by checking before you enter your PIN. Your phone will check that this is the owner of identity. And if someone else is using it, having PIN codes is not good enough. Because you must be there, you must be alive, and you must be looking into your phone. And then only after that phone, actually our software says, yes, this is Raido. Only after that I have privilege to enter the PIN code. And that makes it authentic. Without me, nothing. And this is how we see that in this digital world where everything is under threat today with generative AI, this is the only way we can guarantee that something you can trust, because it's based on proof. Trust without proof is just a word.
I would just love to jump in there because looking at technology emerging, especially AI, I feel like a lot of people are feeling threatened and afraid, even if they're not particularly informed, or like just the general notion is like, they feel like, okay, as this continues to emerge, obviously there would be benefits, but at the same time, is my data safe? What sort of like safety precautions do I have to take? When you've been out on the field and you've been talking about this, is this something that when it comes to like digital identity, is it something that the retail market is already feeling like threatened about, or is it something that you need to educate a lot and like, spread awareness around?
Problem with digital identities globally is that everybody are doing it wrong way. Estonia did it user-centric way. That means that everything starts with your ID card, which contains your private key, and then this is your way to prove yourself to service provider that this is me. But the world started to go different way because they didn't have such a solution like we had in Estonia. Actually, Estonia was the second one enforcing the digital identity, and we did enforce it. Finland was first. We copied it from Finland. But Finland made it voluntary. Estonia made it mandatory. So we got the critical mass, we got the ball rolling. And that's how we got Estonian digital identity to be really utilized. And thanks to one virus called Corona, even elderly people started to use them. Because people had their ID card, it was mandatory, they had their certificates with the PIN codes. Usually they kept them together because nobody cared. They say, well, I have nothing to lose. What they have to steal from me? But okay, this is another discussion. Let's not go there. But when the Corona came, they had to start dealing with the errands from distance. So even elderly people looked for their PIN codes and the cars, and they started to use digital identity. And now in Estonia, we have 1.3 million people. Digital identity is used 1.4 million times daily. It means that every Estonian uses it at least once a day. So this is massive. So that's why it's so common, and that's why we got it rolling. But the whole world did it differently, as there were no digital identity to use, and global companies, they need to provide services for global audience. So the way we went with digital identities in the world was that they started to create shadow identities about you. How they did it? They collect a lot of documents, even passport copies, pictures, screenshots from your bank accounts, you name it, like tons of documents they collect about it, and then they create a picture about you. Then they use those verifiers who put you together with those verifying that this is you there who owns the document. Huge false positive rates, of course, negative rates as well. And then if the account or this shadow identity is created, bank or institution is starting to communicate with the shadow. And they create credentials, what shadow can use to enter to the account. And then you have those credentials, and that makes you like, let's say, like a shadow behind the shadow. And hackers need to do only one thing. They have to steal those credentials of the shadow. So basically, they have to only pass the verifying part, and they can steal your account. So with Gen AI, as you said, the world is moving to the point when you cannot trust anything. Anything, any verifying part can be stolen, overpassed, surpassed, and then your account is gone with you. Next step is that if you are using some single sign-on, which in my vocabulary means single point of failure, that means if you lose one identity used for everything, it means you lose this one, you lose everything. All your accounts are falling at the same time. It's like party for hackers. They really love it. They're very thankful for that situation. And what world is doing today? They understand problems with AI. And now they are building this shadow thicker. They put some extra layers. It means extra friction, because common knowledge is that if you want to have something more secure, it will come from expense of your convenience. So they are making it harder for you, but still they are not able to protect you from hackers. That's why we built another idea, which is in your hand, your key to any account in the world in the future, or maybe some similar product, so that you are in possession of your identity and you are in control.
And why do you think, Raido, Estonia is the right place from where something like this can sprout globally?
Because we have experience of doing it right since 2001. Inventing this started already in 90s. I can say you in secret that there was a situation when Minister of IT of Estonia told to my friend who went to him and said that let's create digital identity equal to handwritten signature. Minister said, if you'll do something useful, it will never happen. Years later, he was the first one saying, I did it. So experience and skills, it hasn't not been a silky road. We have had many problems with digital identity and use of digital identity, because even elections are held with digital identity in Estonia, and there are problems, but still it's so convenient that you don't have to even go out from your home to be part of elections. You can log in your bank, you can transfer banks, you can create a company in Estonia in 15 minutes from your bedroom. This is the allure of digital identity as it's supposed to be. And this is only possible if I have my identity in my hand, not that I go and start to upload documents to the service provider or business registry, proving or creating myself for them, because I already exist. I have my identity. This is mathematically protected, and they can trust it because it's based on proof.
And you mentioned that you had a fair bit of journey in the military intelligence and border intelligence sector. I understand the confidentiality involved there, so I'm not going to dig deeper. But that is completely opposite of what you are doing today.
No, I don't think so. Because world is in balance. And law enforcement is there for us. In many countries, not so much, but still. In a democratic world, and law enforcement is there to protect you for taxes you are paying. And they can only protect you if parties or the transactions are known. When I entered to the crypto world in 2018, then it was a time when still people were thinking that Bitcoin is mine. I don't have to report anyone. I own my Bitcoin and it must be anonymous. I will not give you my documents. This is my Bitcoin wallet. Only problem is that people are not so good in taking responsibility if they are losing their Bitcoin. If they get scammed, what they do? Police. What police can do? This is anonymous. We can help you anyway. And ethical part of this is that people are not able to accept that with big power comes big responsibility. And knowing that, we have to really protect people from being stupid. I think that being stupid is human right. If you want to be stupid and lose your money, and this is amazing how scammers can exploit this human right. This is amazing how people let social engineering get to them. And it happens even in Estonia. They are losing millions, even with very strong digital identity solution. Scammers are really good. They are much better than any technology, except ours, of course. But still, I must say that it is a balance between the law enforcement and the customer per se. Citizen is basically customer of his own country. And if there are tools customer can use to protect his own assets or rights, then it's balancing. So knowing how governmental organizations are thinking give me a little bit edge of understanding how to provide it from the private sector side.
Yeah. And when did this transition happen for you from the government sector to the private sector?
2002, I started my real estate company, and then I entered the private sector, and I was a real estate developer for a while. And yes, in 2018, I entered to the crypto, and it was completely new world. I was asked to join the company earlier, but in 2017, it sounded to me like very strange, mostly Bitcoin this time. But yeah, when I entered to this, I understood that the ability of blockchain technology, not just for like some speculating or making money or getting rich, but blockchain is an amazing tool for governance, anything. And I told already then that probably governments don't ever want to deploy it for their governmental deals because, for example, let's say we build tender in smart contract. Poor politicians, they have no access to information. Who have bids, how much. So they cannot provide any inside information to anyone. So that means that winner will be the best bidder. So this is something which was very clear for me that if we go and if we build our governments in blockchain, politicians will lose interest to govern. Because, to be honest, not so many honest politicians in the world. They are going there for some reason. And even if they go there honest, in some moments they will be corrupted by the system because system is as it is. We all know that democracy is very bad solution to govern a country, but it's the best what we have. This was said by Churchill. So it is still best, but with blockchain, which is trustless environment, we can really change the world, but it will not happen soon. But maybe one day. Maybe AI will enforce us to do it.
Yeah, this was my next question was like, how do you see the technologies converging? Because I can see like the identity aspect of everything is one very important component, but then as technology continues to develop, then how do you see that convergence playing out?
I see it pretty clearly. Of course, as I am so deeply passionate about digital identity and authenticity, it comes from the perspective that tokenizing real-world assets is really difficult, especially starting from human. what is digital identity? What we are creating is basically a token of trust. But connecting it with the real world, this is the difficult part. And I hear even in conferences they're saying that we have tokenized this or this of the real world assets, but sorry, but where is the connection? Yes, you have something in blockchain, you have something in real world, but then you sell those assets and you still have those digital assets. That's why digital gold is interesting. So if you are investing in digital gold, basically you have to, so you have your digital gold, whatever tokens or bonds or whatever, but you have to pay for gold storage, which is expensive. So, but still gold is making records today. But real world assets is really difficult. And if we come to AI, European Union has taken approach that they want to regulate everything. And now they are regulating how not to use generative AI. This is a very interesting approach. This is the same stupid thing, how to ban unhealthy wallets. Because you can't. This is like, let's go and catch the wind on the field. And now they are trying to do it with generative AI. In my opinion, regulating is not so important, because what we have to regulate is only this part. Who is doing what? Who is prompting something? If someone is prompting something for bad, digital signature in the metadata of this action must be signed in, and we can hold him responsible. This is like you are walking on the street with Pitbull. If Pitbull attacks someone, Pitbull is not the guilty party. You are. You let it happen. So it means your Pitbull must be leashed to you. Leased can be your AI bot only to you if you are someone in digital world. So it means that you have to have real digital identity, which is authentic and no one else can use. And that means if you create something beautiful with AI, prompting some art, you are really interested that this is your art. This IP belongs to you. And this is only possible if you are connected to this creation with your digital identity, which can be basically put into the metadata, whatever you create. This is the way how I think it's supposed to be. It's not like compliance in Europe is by AI Act or DORA, but of course they can't create regulations about something that is not existent yet, because at the moment Matter ID is still in the process of building and we are not live yet. We have proof of concept, we can show how it works, but we still have to put up the infrastructure to make it work. When it works, when there is at least the first global solution, anyone in 172 countries in the world can create Matter ID. That means that there is no excuse that you cannot sign it with your authentic identity. It means that if there is like some AI agent provider, they just need to ask you that sign up with real identity. And then everything is under control. We don't need 172 pages of papers to describe what you can do, because to say to hackers that you can't develop AI in unethical manner, sorry, what is the ethics? Why should I care? Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean said, only rules that matter in life are what man can do or man can't do. And this is the real one. If someone can break rules, they will break rules. But if there is a reason they can't, for example, they know that they will be held responsible, that means that they will think first. And if AI is only usable if you are signing up with real identity, that means that, sorry, bad things I can't do with this spot.
There's so many aspects that you have touched, Raido. I want to bring them together now. And in this season of our podcast, we are adding a new segment. We call it the Be Uncrackable segment, where we dive into the minds of our guests more to understand your philosophy, you as an individual who's creating this revolutionary movement. So it's going to be more of a rapid fire. So I'll ask a quick question, like immediately the first thing that comes to your mind. That's what you have to jump into. So what do you say? We jump onto that section now.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's start with the first one. Name the first moment that comes to your mind which actually shaped you into a completely different person and made you so passionate about bringing impact to this world.
Yes, I have this moment. I was in a conference called Money 2020 in Amsterdam, and they had held a panel on the stage about digital identity. I was there with my crypto company, and we were with Estonian stand. And in Estonian stand, there was SK Solution, Estonian very good digital identity provider. And we went to see about the panel. We were sitting in the crowd because Estonia wasn't asked to be a panelist. On the stage, very smart-looking person said that it was 2019. The person said that, listen to my words. In 5 to 6 years, there will be digital signature in the world, which is equal to handwritten signature. And I was, oh my God. We have it since 2001 in Estonia. And here is a visionary saying that it will be in 5 years. Then I understood that something is really wrong with the world. And I was really, I really hate if someone is unjust. Someone is saying, like predicting the future, what is our past. And I thought, okay. Then I started to understand, oh yeah, we have something in Estonia, but it's unscalable. Somebody must do something which is scalable. So that's why we have today completely globally scalable solution. Everybody can have in this guy from the stage who can really start to use authentic digital signature. So this was the moment.
Wow.
Cool.
Money or impact?
Impact.
Humans or machines?
Humans.
Digital or physical?
Digital.
Then you're going towards machines.
You know, if we digitalize identity, it gives you ability to be digital in digital realm, because physical world is limited.
Mm-hmm.
It's limited even with your ability to travel. With digital world, you can be in your hometown, I will be in my hometown, and we can communicate. This is digital. Otherwise, we have to meet somewhere. Yeah. So digital, but in human way. Human-centric digital.
Amazing. Estonia or Switzerland?
Good question. Both maybe, but I really like Switzerland, and climate is better, and it's very clean, very beautiful. But Estonia has its own allure, and of course, if we're comparing digital world, then Estonia is much more developed than Switzerland. But at least Switzerland, so many smart people are there. I think the synergy in Switzerland and understanding, and for the business environment, sometimes I think that Switzerland is better. But yeah, so let's say half points to both.
Oh, wow. If I move the time to 2030, the same
2030.
day, 5 years from now, we are sitting in this beautiful country of Latvia. 5 years from now, where do you see Raido Saar? What do you see him doing? What has he created? What is he doing right now? The same time, 5 years ahead.
In 5 years, another idea will be live. And if today we had a talk on the stage about future as we see it, and this was like uranium is protecting the crypto world, and Matter ID is the gateway from human to enter to this world, then I think that you and I, we will sitting somewhere and everybody are standing in line to talk to us. Today, we go to people and talk to them, introducing them how we see the world coming. Like we had a talk today, very nice talk with the Binance. They were very informed, and it's very good to talk to smart people. But I saw that there is some kind of hesitation. In 5 years, hesitation is gone, because we both know that quantum computing is much farther than they officially say. And as You have said that those today's cryptographies will fall if quantum computing gets to 4,000 stable qubits. I think those 4,000 qubits will long already here in 5 years. And that means that whatever we spoke today on the stage, predicting the dark future without us, we will be really relevant because we both are building it in quantum safe and quantum secure manner. In Matter ID, we build our cryptography part as a module. We can replace it. At the moment, we are using Everett's elliptical curves, but it's already getting to be outdated. But this is a module, we can always replace it. So we are foreseeing the future as you are doing the same. And that's why I think that maybe we will be the first keynote speakers, and we will calm the people down that don't worry, we have a solution.
Awesome. Very well said. And I think on that note, I would like to conclude. Any concluding words from you?
I'd say that when we met with you in Geneva a couple of months ago, then before that I didn't think about that part on blockchain because I didn't think about it. I knew it about the digital identity, that this cryptography part is really important and cybersecurity part is important, but the same is with blockchain. And you opened my eyes for this real threat. And that means my conclusion would be that, as your podcast name says as well, it's really important to unite people, like-minded people. It's more important than it has been ever, because we are not bad prophets threatening the world with some ghost stories. But this is the real world happening around us. We have to really focus on solutions, and we have solutions. So if we put our backs together, we can really be the saviors of the world. It sounds very cheesy, but actually world this time will want to be saved. Usually world doesn't care about being saved, but this time they don't have just this way to ignore it. And AI, quantum computing, it's amazing power, but as I say in my keynotes, power without control is meaningless. We are delivering control.
Wow, very well said. Thank you so much, Raido, for taking all the time and coming on Quantum Minds. It was an amazing conversation. Love talking with you as always, and look forward to building something great together.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us, and stay tuned for the next episode of Quantum Minds.